we're gonna read a story, Jabari Jumps. Okay, it's a story about a little boy who overcomes his fear. Okay, so we're going to go over a few words of vocabulary before we dive into the story. Important. Important means that it has a high value, that it has great worth, that it means a lot to you. So I would say my mom is very important to me. That means that she means a lot. Diving. Diving is when you are standing on top of a board, you are jumping off into a downward spiral, or you're jumping off into a downward position, okay? And you're gonna make a splash in the pool. Jabari was diving from the diving board. Remembered. This means to bring something to your remembrance or bring something to your mind that has already happened before. Oh, now I remember where my shoes are. It's when you think about something and you're able to recall. Stretching. That is when we stretch out our limbs. Or when we wake up in the morning, we're like, okay. Extending or straightening your body parts to their full extent. Surprise. This is to be amazed or shocked when something unexpected happens. My mom surprised me with the birthday cake for my birthday party. Edge. This is the border around an object or surface. It's the furthest part away from the center. I was standing on the edge of the cliff. That means that you were standing at the end of the cliff. Jabari Jumps. Based on the cover, what do you think Bari is going to be about? What fears do you think Bari is going to have? Where can you tell he is? Where is Jabari? Where do you think the setting is going to take place at? How old do you think Jabari is? Based on the picture, can you describe how Jabari may be feeling right now? Sometimes we can look at the pictures and tell how the characters feel based on their facial expressions or their body expressions. So if we look at him, look closely, he looks like he's a little afraid, right? His hands are behind his back, he's looking down, he's looking hesitant, like he wants to jump, but then he's not gonna jump because he's afraid. The setting is gonna take place at the swimming pool. Let's dive in. I'm jumping off the diving board today, Jabari told his dad. Really? Said his dad. He looks confident. Who else is at the pool with Jabari? The diving board was high and maybe a little scary, but Jabari had finished his swimming lessons and passed his swimming test, and now he was ready to jump. I'm a great jumper, said Jabari, so I'm not scared at all. How do you think Jabari is feeling right now? Look at his facial expression and his body expression. How do you think he feels? He feels excited, right? Baby sister seems excited too. Jabari watched the other kids climb the long ladder. They walked all the way out to the end of the board, big as tiny bugs. Then they stood on the edge. They spread their arms and bent their knees and sprang up, 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 and then they dove down, down, down. Splash! Looks easy, Jabari said, but when his dad squeezed his hand, Jabari squeezed back. Jabari stood at the bottom of the ladder. He looked up. You can go before me if you want, he told the kid behind him. I need to think about what kind of special jump I'm going to do. Jabari thought and thought. Jabari started to climb up and up. This ladder is very tall, he thought. Are you okay? Called his dad. I'm just a little tired, said Jabari, Maybe you should climb down and take a tiny rest, said his dad. A tiny rest sounds like a good idea. Do you think he's afraid? Yes, I think he's afraid too. When he got to the bottom, Jabari remembered something. I forgot to do my stretches, he said to his dad. Stretching is very important, said his dad. I think tomorrow might be a better day for jumping, Jabari said. They looked up at the diving board together. So first, he let the other kids go in front of him. Then he was tired, so he needed to take a rest. Now he forgot to stretch, and now he's saying that tomorrow is a better day to go diving. It's okay to feel a little scared, said his dad. Sometimes if I feel a little scared, I take a deep breath and tell myself, I am ready. And you know what? Sometimes it stops feeling scary and feels a little like a surprise. Jabari loves surprises. Jabari took a deep breath and felt it fill his body from the ends of his hair right down to the tips of his toes. Jabari looked up. He began to climb up and up and up and up until he got to the very top. Jabari stood up straight. He walked all the way to the edge, to the end of the board. His toes curled around the rough edge. Jabari looked out as far as he could see. He felt like he was ready. I love surprises, he whispered. He took a deep breath and spread his arms and bent his knees. Then he sprang up off the board, flying. Jabari hit the water with a splash. Down, 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 down he went. And then back up. Whoosh! Jabari, you did it, said his dad. I did it, said Jabari. I'm a great jumper. And you know what? What? Said his dad. Surprise! Double backflip is next. So that means he's gonna go again. And that is the end of the story. So, what fear did Jabari face? Why was he afraid? How do you think he overcame his fear? So I want you to think about those questions, and I want you to have a discussion with your parents and your siblings and talk about the things that he was afraid of and how he overcame his fear, or how he beat his fear. Okay? And I want you to remember that it's okay to be afraid or scared to do something, but as long as you never give up, okay? Even if you do it afraid. Okay? That's all for now. Bye.